everybody, Justin Hayes here with superhumanpursuits.com, and today I'm tackling movement from a basic level. Want to give those who aren't familiar with the concept or its importance an intro to it, and so they can begin to kind of take this information in along with other stuff here on the blog. So, movement is the foundation for anything you want to accomplish with your body. Anything you want to do physically, movement is the foundation of that. And it's not stressed enough. The way that I kind of like to frame it up is like this. If you don't move properly, you aren't functioning optimally, and you are more likely to get injured. So, good way to explain it is from this example. If I were to go throw a ball, how I throw a ball, how I go through that range of motion, what I do, depends a lot on what's going on in the front here, near your pecs, your shoulder, and the back. And I don't want to get too detailed, but basically, how you go through that range of motion is dependent on flexibility, your mobility through those areas, the stability in those areas. And so, if I don't do this motion efficiently, and all the muscles, tendons, and joints do their job properly, then I'm never going to do it optimally. So I'm never going to throw a ball as good as I possibly could until I've mastered the baseline movement that's involved in throwing a ball, right? Now, the more important part to most people out there is that you are more likely to get injured. So every time I throw a ball or go through the motion of throwing a ball, if I'm not doing it efficiently, if things aren't working properly and everything isn't done in an efficient manner through this range of motion, then I'm more likely to get injured. And I'm not saying that injury is going to show up immediately when you start throwing a ball back and forth with your kid. But I tell you what, over years, over 5, 10, 15 years, if you're not moving properly through that range of motion and you continue to do that activity, well, things will start to break down and injuries will surface. So that's the two most important things. You aren't functioning optimally if you don't move right, and you are more likely to get injured. And so movement sets the tone for anything you want to do. I use the example of throwing a ball, but if you wanted to become a professional baseball player and hitting was your focus, well, there's so many forces involved in the act of hitting that you have to function optimally from almost neck down all the way through to your feet. And the same thing goes for, let's say you just wanted to be healthy at 60. You wanted to be able to take long walks without pain. You wanted to be able to play catch with your kid in the yard. Well, that's when movement becomes important for that type of individual and their goals as well. So regardless of what you want to do, high end, low end, medium end, the baseline for anything is movement. And that's the most important takeaway. Now, I don't want you to sit here and take this as word as gospel. I'm by no means an expert. Please, go out there, search the internet, do your own research, find out about movement. And it's important because I can't stress how critical it is to your health, to the longevity, the things you want to do and accomplish with your body physically. Movement is the baseline for any of them. That's really all I have to say on this subject. So if you guys have any comments, feedback, I'd love to hear it. If not, talk to you next time.
If you have any questions, suggestions, or general feedback, please feel free to leave me a comment below. You can also get in touch with me on Twitter at Justin M. Hayes, Hays, or at my website, www.superhumanpursuits.com.